the other one? Where's T-Rex? We're going. Come on, Rex.
Stretch it out.
Are you in a hurry? No. Come on.
Let's get a little pep in his step, but you're right. We are taking it slow. Anywhere to go today? Anything to do? Not really.
My favorite Sunday plan is no plan.
That way it can't go wrong. 1, 2, 3. There's some things you can just rely on, like T-Rex jumping 3 times and saying hello to the day. And I'm waking up anybody in the vicinity. 64 degrees here at 7:50 a.m. on Sunday, August 3rd. And the weather is almost boring. But we know there's always something going on somewhere. Even when it looks like it's boring, it's not really boring. Walking in my bare feet, and there's some dew in the grass. There's dew. Hello. Come on, focus. Focus. It won't focus. Nice glassy morning. The atmosphere decoupled. That's when it goes calm overnight. Pardon me, Rex. And with high pressure, you get radiational cooling, and the regional roundup was about 7 a.m. So the temperatures were already starting to rise. And I think most notable, the blue numbers, the dew points are so comfortable. Temperatures and dew points in the 40s in parts of northern and even parts of central New England. And I like that the dew point is 57 on Nantucket, which is kind of a challenge this time of year as you get the warmest water of the year. The water temperature surrounding Nantucket is in the 70s, so it's not that easy to get a dew point in the 50s. My point is very comfortable, low humidity. Look at these roses, looking so beautiful. Dewdrops on rose petals, but not right there because they've evaporated, because there's sun and smoke in the sky. Here's the northeast satellite imagery from about the same time. And you can see that the gray, ghostly shade across much of New England. The smoke is from the fires in Canada, and it's fairly dense, especially northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And you also make out the fog in the valleys of Pennsylvania and New York, some radiational cooling valley fog. You know, we talk about radiation fog and advection fog. That's radiation fog. And I'm going to just sit down right here, watch Steve. Maybe Steve will get on Steve's table. Rex will be over there. And do the quiet weather forecast. But is it quiet? Oh, and I don't have on my noise-canceling microphone, so when I zoom in, I have to speak louder. Catching anything? Look at that rig, pedal-powered kayak, and several different fishing rods. Kind of chases the fish. And you can see the water, the ripples on the water are starting to develop. There's going to be a light variable wind again today. All right, I'm getting louder, I'm getting louder. Now you can hear me again, right, Chuck? The high pressure system is vast. It's a 1024 millibar high pressure system that stretches from Minnesota to Maine. And there's a clockwise circulation, but when you're near the center of the high, there's very little pressure gradient, so you get a light variable and onshore wind. There'll be some cumulus developing on a sea breeze front and some orographic cumulus in parts of New England. And there may be a thunderstorm in northern Maine. There is a front coming at us from the north today. Northern Maine, its own world. Oh, and planes are taking off to the east. We brake for planes. And we're back. And I can hear a jet. Hear that jet on the runway taking off, and the one over our head, and the bird over there. Steve is watching. We're not in a hurry, right? I didn't put any food in the feeder. All right, Steve, come on up here. Oops, sorry. Come on. All right, you sit right there. That's what I meant. Sit right there and watch the birds. Yeah, it was a really busy day yesterday, so today I'm happy to not have a lot to do. But there's always weather to talk about, and I guess most notable is the fact that we may have Tropical Storm Dexter forming on our front. The National Hurricane Center says an area of non-tropical low pressure, a gale center, east of South Carolina may become subtropical or a tropical cyclone in the next 48 hours. Which is not surprising at all as that moves to the east, away from the United States. Maybe a tiny ground swell coming to New England, but not much. and it's going to be moving away from us. Wrong direction, too weak, too far away. We'll see that in a few minutes in the Euro forecast. And the smoke. Wider shot satellite imagery shows both that tropical disturbance potential tropical disturbance off South Carolina, and the smoke coming off the fires in Canada, and especially dense in Ontario, Quebec, and northern New England. And here is the smoke forecast for today into this evening. Not pretty. It may mix down too, so you may start smelling it, especially you, Carl, and Stowe, Vermont, and places in the hills in northern New England. It could become kind of irritating today. There's an air quality alert. Yeah, let's look at the national advisories, watches, and warnings. All that gray from the Great Lakes states into northern New England is for the smoke in the atmosphere. Air quality alert. You get the extreme heat now limited to the desert Southwest. And when you have extreme heat warnings in the desert Southwest and fire danger in Utah and Colorado, that means it's going to be 110 places like Tucson or Phoenix. And you also have a heat advisory in southern Florida, and you got some flood watches there in Georgia and Florida. And that's the front that stalled. The front that went through here is stalled off to our south. And that's really the only action in the eastern United States other than beautiful high pressure, if it were not for the smoke. And, oh yeah, there was an earthquake last night. Did you feel it? It was a 3.0 magnitude earthquake in northern New Jersey, just west of New York City. And it was felt. Here's the Did You Feel It map. Felt all the way to Rhode Island. Some people felt the earth shake last night. Oh, and that reminds me, Rob Wright put out a funny X post. No, I didn't feel an earthquake, but I was standing next to a freight train and it shook the ground. It felt and sounded like a freight train going by. That's funny, Rob. It was a freight train. Now, Rob Wright is just a wonderful photographer, and he puts himself in positions to make time lapse. And yesterday, he positioned himself at the Suncook Valley Hot Air Balloon Festival in Pittsfield, New Hampshire, which is going on through today. And there was radiational cooling on Friday night, and the steam coming off the water happens when the water is so much warmer than the air. And he had the balloons lifting up and going in all the different directions. He says usually they lift up and head off towards the right, which would be to the east. But there was a light variable breeze, and he said it was the most fascinating balloon festival that he's witnessed because of the light breezes and you don't know when you go up in a hot air balloon where you're gonna go. And they were kind of going in circles there. Thank you, Rob, for sharing that wonderful balloon festival video. Look at T-Rex. What's he doing? What's he thinking? What's on your mind? You want to go boating today? Friends with boats, my favorite kind of friends. Doug, what are you doing? Hey, Winthrop. You want to do a forecast now? Not in a hurry, TK. The Boston meteorogram, the Euro has come around and put the clouds back in on Thursday. We'll see. Otherwise, it's just near 80 today, light variable wind in the low 80s inland. The dew point is still in the 50s to low 60s. The blue line is the dew point. So the temperature and the dew point are coming up a little bit tomorrow, and then there's sort of a backdoor front on Tuesday, and the dew point goes back down into the 50s on Wednesday with temperatures still comfortable. There are the clouds for Thursday, and we'll be watching waves of energy to our south, including Tropical Cyclone Dexter, which is going to miss, but there's going to be other stuff. And then it's looking good right into next weekend, with the dew point staying fairly low until we get to about Sunday and Monday next week. Then the dew point is coming back to 70, and it looks like we're starting to see the potential for a heat wave in mid-August, which is what we were speculating about a week ago when we saw this kind of cold coming in for the first weekend of August. We said there'll probably be a rebound to hotter weather in the middle of August, and that is in the forecast. Should we just close in on this wonderful looking boat? And Boston, the city of Boston, Red Sox hosting who? I can't remember. The Braves? No, Astros, right. At Fenway Park this afternoon. Gorgeous. We went to Boston yesterday. The N More is going to feature me working on Cape Cod and then talking about the clouds and going to Boston. And you're going to have to guess why we went to Boston. And I'm going to play it out at the end with probably getting a copyright infringement. All right, sorry. You had to turn up the volume there, Chuck. Okay, I'm back. And here is the Euro day-by-day, play-by-play. There's a front north of New England that's sliding toward the southeast with showers and thunderstorms in Ontario and Quebec that may clip northern Maine with a thunderstorm today. And so the high-pressure system that's over us is going to be replaced by a new high-pressure system coming out of southeastern Canada, which is going to reinforce our pleasant weather as Tropical Storm or Cyclone Dexter, whatever it is, goes east and out north of Bermuda, probably too far for surf, but there's still energy left behind, so we still have showers and thunderstorms across the southeastern United States. The heat is going to begin to return to the middle part of the United States, and we see that Thursday, right there's always a Thursday, Friday, some showers and inland on Thursday into Friday, that wave of energy coming up and then going out south and east from us, and that is a total moving target. Very low confidence. Remember a couple of days ago, both the GFS and the Euro had that as quite a storm for us, but now it looks like it's going to try and stay nice into next weekend with the thickness coming up and a chance of showers and a thunderstorm inland. There is a weak front here, a boundary between the return of the hot air and more humid air, and not a lot to hang your hat on. We get all the way out there now, day 9 and 10, Tuesday, August 12th, and there are raindrops coming out of the sky over New England, thunderstorms, and you see the 576. That is a 576 upper level low. That's instability. Tropical type instability with showers and thunderstorms, and that would be diurnal. There's not any really big front around. It's just a relatively cool pool aloft, so to speak, and it's expansive heat now from California to Maine at this point. So the whole nation is going to be heating up with the 582 stretching all the way back up to South Dakota, and most of the cold having receded to northern Canada. So mid-August heat wave looks like it's going to happen there, and no tropical cyclones on the map, but there are some waves of energy still continuing over the southeastern United States. So the weather's fairly quiet for us. All right, we've got an osprey hunting. I'm going to zoom again. I'm going to lose a little of my audio. Would love to see an osprey grab a fish right in front of us. That's not happened in the history of our out-the-door weather and more. And so many comments coming in. Thank you all for commenting on all that welcome rain in the donut hole in southeastern New Hampshire the other day. Too much rain in Hudson. Well, I guess it wasn't too much, but come on, osprey, do something. And our friends that worked on the Stolt tankers, Kate trying to understand. Whoop, do it. Kate trying to understand how those fires started in Canada. It's lightning. Lightning starts those fires. And at least it's been raining on them a little. Plane coming in from the west or Fenway Park, stalling, trying to get that osprey to grab something. Tease. TK, what's the end more? The end more is clouds on Cape Cod yesterday on an otherwise beautiful day. Clouds just added to the texture. Explain why and how those clouds formed. And then coming back and getting on the ferry. We saw you, Doug.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing today, anyway? And where we went, I'm going to keep it a mystery, but I'm probably going to get a copyright infringement when I play it out with not my regular piano music, but a famous band. We had a great time last night. It was a late night. And I wonder how much of a copyright infringement I'll get. Rex is just a sundog. He just loves sitting there. All right. Not in a hurry. No plan today. Who knows where we're going to be, but we'll give you an update in 24 hours, as we always do. Here's the and more from our fabulous Saturday, Cape Cod to Boston. And more, 10 a.m. Sun's getting higher in the sky, and T-Rex is still being an imitator. And we have, I I think a little bit later checkout than some of the cottages on Cape Cod. We get a checkout time of 10 a.m. And so I come around the corner at 10 and I see what kind of shape the house is in. Just gorgeous. Good day for cleaning. Just about out of here. It's Jeff and Gail and the family from Walpole checking out. Brady's gonna come out. I have to keep my distance. Gail doesn't trust me with Brady. Just got to talk to Bowie, another dog across the street. Bowie, where'd you go?
Hi, Leah. Hope we didn't make too much of a mess for you.
No. Hi, Brady.
Say hi, he's scared.
You want to be in out the door weather anymore?
He's very nervous.
Did you like your week?
He loves it here.
Awesome.
There's a little window right there. He wants to peer through the window.
11 a.m. 5th beautiful Saturday in a row. Maybe the best of them all. Noontime, 73 degrees, no clouds, right? Route 6. Oh, it's a Route 28 cloud, not a Route 6 cloud. Real high clouds over Route 6 don't count. It's the lower clouds and the cumulus that count. And they're not on Route 6 because we get more of a push from the north, enough that the little sea breeze front is formed on the south side of Cape Cod. So there's your flag from the north here, right in the middle of the Cape on Route 134. And so you got a little Harwich Route 28 cloud. Otherwise, gorgeous. Even with those clouds, makes it even more fun. Oh yeah, there's plenty of people around here too, in case you were wondering. Might be room for one or two more. Come on down. And for new members of the audience, this used to be the town dump where I grew up, and Dad would take us here on Sunday. It was kind of a big deal. Things were on fire. The gulls were like landing on the car. So that's all been buried, environmentally correctly, of course. And a solar farm has been built. And when I was a weatherman on TV and an environmental journalist, I won an Emmy Award for climate coverage. And now I just take pictures of clouds. So those clouds are way out there, probably in West Yarmouth or New Seabury or something like that. And you can see the windmill here. The air is clearly from the north here, just north of Route 6. And that Bank Street beach cloud is billowing, almost enough for a raindrop over Harwich. How special would that be, Mr. Fleming? All right, we got other things to do. Hitting the road. Let's go to Boston Harbor next. So what fun is weather that's already happened, like yesterday's weather? Meteorology is the fun part. Like, why is that cloud there? That's what I asked my advisor when I was applying for Linden State College. He goes, well, so what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to know why that cloud is hanging around the top of Burke Mountain. And now we have altocumulus. So now we've got a different level instability as we get on to Route 6. Yes, we're making our way to Boston Harbor, but it's so fun that we have the air from the north on the north side and the air from the south on the south side. And that is the Route 6 cloud. It's still just a little bit south of Route 6. More and more and more. That's the loud one. That's not the one we're on.
Oh, yeah.
These commuter boats could just as easily be called tourist boats. It's very fun. So we have a special destination. I haven't announced it yet, have I? More and more. Meet the pets.
And she was 12. And his dad was a miniature poo, and he was only
We're about to go on its first ferry ride. It's a tiny bit drugged up. It seems to be very happy.
Are you guys all taking the 545 boat?
Oh yeah, there's the jet stream. What a sea sheep. I'm not gonna tell you. Rafted sailboats on the edge of the channel. Don't see that often. our destination. I didn't spill the beans yet. I don't remember going, did I? Wow. Neat, huh? That's where we're going right there.
Is not the card by yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot the WZLX party is happening at the Tall Ship tonight. They've been promoting it forever. You know I'm listening to WZLX.
Befriending.
So there it is over there.
These were the Swedish ships.
Hey Danielle, Tyler, Chuck, Kenny, Carter. Good.
Say hi. You better say hi to them. Say bye. Have a nice day.
Customs? When I was a younger man. A lot of hours there. Now I'm an older man. Keep moving. Tell me we do not already have leaves falling from the tree. What is this? I don't know. I gotta think it's like somewhat climately impacted. Not sure what's going on here, but we have leaves. It's not because it's just been cold, right? Something else is going on, right? Something's going on. That's more like it. It's still summer. What was that loud horn?
You should probably watch the.
Blinded by the light. Nobody comes here anymore. It's way too crowded. Not funny. Deck it on, boy. Whoa. Hello, everybody. I've never been to Cisco in Boston, and I would have to wait 250 people right now to get in there. Nice beer if you can get it. Gary, are you the bartender? Can we get in there? 7:40 p.m. This is where we're going. No idea why the line is so long. Almost there. Since when do concerts start on time? It's like a quarter of 8. Since when does a band start on time? Let the copyright infringements begin. Does anybody know what time is? Everybody, what time it is? What is time? Does anybody really know what time it is?
We love you for sticking around. We could not have done it without you. What a journey this has been. How blessed are we to put food on the table, putting smiles on all of your faces. I'll tell you, there ain't nothing like it. People will come up to me after the show and they'll say, Jimmy, we grew up to this music. And I will say, guess what? So did I.
Kind of love that lasts forever.
We love all of you guys so much. Thank you. We'll see you next time. God bless you.